It's your boy, M Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist on top where I have my videos and the home folders makes the video looking for a lot easier. Whether it's just, the G-series reactions, all that, and no folder. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about was finally the question that everybody's been asking, but I, avoid for certain reasons. People always say, am I going to do a G-series episode on this, or am I going to speak about this? I won't be diving into it like that, due to certain reasons, you know what I mean, that I just won't speak on. But giving my overall opinion on these gangs, right? Because that's what they're labeled. Gangs and movements, they're not labeled organizations, so. Which is SNY gangs, right? Like the Northern Riders, the 2-5ers, organizations like that, or groups, gangs like that. What are my thoughts on it, right? So this is a question I've been asked. I choose not to speak on it because I never want to come on here making it seem like I'm insulting people or I'm banging on people or I'm trying to belittle people on the internet, because there's nothing down about that. There's nothing hard. It don't make you crazy and stuff like that. But I do get asked by a lot of people, and a lot of people have a misconception of these individuals or these gangs themselves, right? Automatically, people think when they hear SNY or PC, whatever, that they think bitches, pussies, lames, they couldn't cut it and this, and that. When all of that shit is retarded. And like I said, I never PC'd up or dropped out or nothing like that. But I could only come and tell you exactly how it is. And I know people don't like that. I know homies don't like. But at the same time, you can't be lying and claiming you're keeping it real. Or you can't be, wolfing and saying that you're being honest. You know what I mean? Like, being honest is being honest, homie, and telling it exactly how it is. So, obviously people that never been nowhere are going to say, and have, one way of looking at it. And people that are just prideful and just repeating the shit that they've been hearing for so long. Which is that, now if you PC up, you're a bitch, you're lame, you're a weenie. That doesn't mean none of that shit. Them fools will still get it active. Them fools will still could drop you. Them fools have haters on the other side. Don't ever get it twisted. Them same individuals that were dropping people and doing pegadas and movidas and all that shit, on this side are the ones that are on the other side, bro. Like, nothing has changed, bro. They're still the same haters. Just because now they're on the other side doesn't mean that they forgot how to do all of that, or they won't do it if they're pushed to it. You know what I mean? Some people get for certain reasons, some justifiable, some are not justifiable, why they end up on the other side, greed and there's a lot that goes into each individual is different why they end up on the other side, not everybody's situation is the same, right? To try to treat it like if it's all the same shit, right? You get what I mean? That's just how it is for an individual. Look, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this: it's still prison nonetheless, bro. Regardless if it's one side of the fence or the other side of the fence, it's still prison, bro. And individuals are in there for real things and doing real things. So at the end of the day, no matter how you want to see it, whether it's a level 4 yard, level 3 yard, level 2 yard, level 1 yard, however you want to view them as a YPC, whatever, it's still a prison, bro. So your life is still in jeopardy no matter where the fuck you land. You know what I mean? There's still crocodiles in that fucking in that river, just not as many, but there's still crocodiles. So you're not out of the, how can I say, you're not in the safe zone. You know what I mean? There's just not as many alligators and crocodiles, but doesn't mean you're safe. So when people think about these groups or these gangs, right? Look, me personally, I disagree with it. The only reason why I disagree with it is if you left that behind, right? If you want to no more part of this life, or you're looking to change your life, to join, you leave it, you drop out, or you fall off, or you roll it up, and then to join now another group, and it's like it doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, I thought you left that life behind. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're already, that doing that to better yourself and everything like that. So it's like you didn't learn the first time. The first time you didn't learn, That's the reason you ended up in this predicament to begin with, and here you go again. It's like if you almost didn't learn the first time from it. Um, and I understand that certain individuals, the reason why they create these groups is because they weren't ready to leave that life behind. They weren't ready to let it go, right? So they were forcibly removed, right? And they feel like they were unjustifiably removed, right? So they still wanted to keep going, and they still felt like they're solid, right? Because they felt like they didn't do nothing wrong. So like that's the reason these groups are created, right? Because they feel like they're still solid. They feel like they didn't do nothing wrong, and they still wanted to keep going with the action. You know what I mean? So is there a way of comforting themselves, right? Of making themselves seem like almost like if they're still good, or if they're still gangster and they're not, whatever everybody says that they are, right? So it's kind of their way of coping with losing something that they cared about, right? Because people have to understand this: our attachment to our neighborhoods is something that we hold dear to us, right? It's almost like our family, right? So it's like losing a mother or a father, and it's just like not wanting to deal with all of that. So they create another family. It's kind of like you're adopted now by another family, right? So it's not the same, but at the same time, yeah, it makes things coping with things a lot more easier, right? Is the best way that I could put it in. Um, but I feel like if you just leave it behind, you should just leave it all behind in general, because when you create these groups or whatever that surround themselves around chaos, madness, and negativity, you're gonna attract negativity regardless of whatever rules you want to set now in place, because you feel like these rules uh, should have been, on the other side they should have had the same rules or whatever, so you think that it'll be better now because you have these rules set. But like I said, negativity and chaos is going to attract negativity and chaos, so then now these groups start having problems within themselves as well, right? Because you start getting people who, there's a reason why they were removed from the other side. You know what I mean? Maybe some of them did do some grimy, slimy shit, or shit that they shouldn't be doing, and now they're gonna do it to this side now too as well, right? And you're gonna create the same frictions and problems all over again, because negativity will always attract negativity. We're talking about a game that deals with a lot of egos, and egos are gonna clash with other egos all the damn time. People are gonna want to change rules or want to set new rules, and shit's gonna start going back to the way it was, bro, because that is how it is. Negativity will always create negativity. And if you're looking to make a name for yourself, regardless of which group it is, you're gonna end up throwing your life away, bro, and you're gonna end up paying the big price, bro, because no one, uh, no one in this life that wants to establish their name is gonna get away scotch free. Is gonna get away without paying a big price. Whether with their life or with them doing life, or end up getting whacked later on down the road. Though that shit's guaranteed, because when you're out there looking to make a name for yourself, you really got to be out there making a name for yourself, bro. So there's only so much you can get away with, bro, until it all comes crashing down, bro. You know what I mean? That's how these people end up in these predicaments to begin with. If you're looking out there to make your bones, make your stripes, and you want your name known, and you want your name to have Jews and being spread around or whatever, then these problems are gonna come your way, bro. Because people are gonna be jealous or gonna view you as a threat, and it's just gonna bring more problems and more problems, bro. You're never gonna have this power that you're looking for, you're craving. This, being able to make moves and stuff like that. And even if you obtain that power, it's only for a short period of time, because people get tired of listening to people, coming at them and abusing their authority and all kinds of shit that people start, plotting and conniving, and you know what I mean. You see a bunch of crocodiles, they're always attacking each other, bro. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of medulla oblongata. So you're gonna get nothing out of it. You know what I mean? Like when people say, like, well, what advice could you give, to homies that go in there, is mind your own business, fool. Just do your time. Don't give your opinion on shit that doesn't concern you, and mind your own business and just do your time, bro. But if you want to volunteer yourself to be doing this, and that, because you want to be a torpedo and you want to have juice on your name, and you want to be doing this, and that, and you want to, be that person, that is looked upon like, oh, this guy's a hit or whatever, then by all means go ahead. But I guarantee you, bro, that you're good. You're going at 150 miles per hour, and at the end of the road, there's nothing but that brick wall, and you're gonna smack right into it, bro. Guarantee you. Some roads are longer than others. Remember that. So while some people smack that wall, pretty shortly, some, it might take a while for them to hit that wall. You know what I mean? But because not everyone is striving to be somebody in this game either. You know what I mean? In this life, there's some people that are just cool with being just the gangster that they are. They're not looking to be nothing more than that. They're not looking to be no shot caller or, no, or anything else that there is out there. Some people are just cool, just being, a homie from their hood, and that's it. I'm just looking here to represent my hood and my hood only. We're not looking to have control over nothing or nobody or whatever. There's some people that understand that to them it's all about the hood. So they're not looking to do nothing else. So like a workplace, not everybody wants to be manager or wants to be the boss. Some people are just cool being just who they are. They don't want that responsibility and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Some people are just cool being where they're at. And while there is some people that do strive to want to be head honchos and and all that, but like I said, just like with a job, bro, the more responsibilities you take and all that, the more problems are going to come your way, the more stressful it's going to be, and the most likely people will quit or get fired because of it. How many times do you see NBA coaches getting fired or GMs and all that? And even with company CEOs always being removed and stuff like that, just like organizations, bro. Because certain workers are happy with their CEOs, and then other workers are conniving and plotting and how to get dirt on this person to get that CEO removed, just like it is in the game, bro. Nothing different, homie. That's just how it is. Power comes with a whole lot of problems, homie. So these organizations are just the same as these other organizations. Same, they have hitters, they have riders, they have individuals that do real things. For you to think that just because they rolled it up or they're PC now, whatever, and that they're weak or they're lame, that is the most ridiculous thing, bro. And no homie in there sees it that way, bro. They still view them as a threat because they could still get it on and cracking. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, just because on the other side, people are not gonna be letting their guard down around them or think that it's all like, these fools ain't gonna do nothing. Everyone is still on their toes for the same reasons, bro. So by you thinking that somebody, because they dropped out or they rolled it up or whatever, that all of a sudden now they're bitches or weenies or whatever, bro, you got the game twisted, homie. And that already lets me know that you're not really a gangster, or you really never been nowhere and never done nothing, bro. If you have that kind of mentality, homie, that already lets me know that you really don't know what's happening in this life. For you to think like that, that's some naive stuff. People that talk like that already lets me know that they're not really about that life, and they just repeat. They must know people that are, a part of that life, and they just repeat what they hear, right? But without really knowing. Because they just go based on, people, do this, then that must mean that they're good to go. They assumptions, right? They repeat assumptions, and they repeat what other people say. But like I said, doesn't make it facts, though. You know what I mean? If you're speaking on something that you really truly don't know, because you yourself haven't experienced it or haven't really been, and you're just repeating what other people are saying, then those are not facts, my boy. That's speculation. And what do we always say right here? Speculation is never facts. But that's just my personal opinion on the matter. And this the only time I will be talking about these groups and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion. And shout out, we up.